Beautiful ball fake and the pass.
And it's saved. 3 seconds left. Here's Van Exel. This is for the win. He got it.
Left to right hand. He comes smiling back. He's got a bag of tricks, doesn't he?
Welcome back to Nick Van Exel's Greatest Games, where we go back in time and relive Nick's finest games of his career. In today's episode, we travel back to November the 8th, 1999, to watch the Atlanta Hawks face the Denver Nuggets. Played in Colorado's Pepsi Center, Nick would rack up 23 points to go along with 20 assists to become one of only 25 players in NBA history to achieve a 20-point, 20-assist game. Sit back and enjoy as we take you back in time here on Van Exel TV.
Denver Nuggets basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by your Rocky Mountain Ford store. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher, when you need a little something extra when it counts the most, Gatorade is it in you. And by Subaru, the beauty of all-wheel drive. Start the season in a Subaru. Pepsi Center, the place, and this was just a moment ago. Dikembe Mutombo and Dan Issel, very close friends, meeting at center court. Dikembe loved playing for Dan. And Dan had nothing but the nicest of things to say about the big fella, DK. Here we go. And the tap is controlled by the 7'2" Mutombo. Let's take a look at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks, who come in 1 and 2. Ryder, the veteran. First, Allen Henderson. And the backcourt, Jimmy Jackson with his 6th team now, and Brunel Bimbo Coles. And here's Coles firing again, 5 in. And here's the starting 5 tonight for the Nuggets. Little shake-up. McLeod gets a start for the rookie Posey. LaFrentz, of course, in the middle. McDyess at the 4 spot. And in the backcourt, it's Nick Van Exel and Ron Mercer, who poured in 31 in the loss at Vancouver. Jackson is on Tumbo out away from the hoop against LaFrentz. 5 to shoot it. Van Exel lets fly for 3. Nuggets got it. They needed that. They cut the lead in half. It's 10-5. Mutombo needs help. 8 on the shot clock. Jackson lets the 3 go. And the rebound of Van Exel. Now the Nuggets are playing. Here's Nick down the lane. Nick up and in off the glass. 10-7. 7-0 run by the Nuggets.
Quick layup by McLeod. A nice little move. Nice three-pointer by Van Exel. And then Van Exel on the break gets you back in the game.
That shot was effective. Bowen the rebound. Here comes Van Exel out of the pack. 3 on 2 now. Nick McDyess. That's the way to run.
That is a great fast break for all those kids out there to play point guard. All right, let Ryder beat you from the outside. Keep a hand up. Make the shots tough.
McDyess answers at the other end.
This one in front of us, Drew, encouraging the defense. This is where the Nuggets will win games this year on the defensive end of the court.
Jackson gets the roll. Jimmy Jackson, whose career high came in Denver. 5 years ago, he poured in 50 in a game. Dallas came back, I believe, down about 20. Remember that night?
Yeah.
Backdoor cut, Nick Van Exel, great feed. Nick couldn't finish, and then a late foul call by Leon Wood, and Bimbo Cole's not pleased.
Nice little back off the LaFrentz screen. Got Van Exel open. Set a good screen. You get that play a couple times. If not, you can see LaFrentz be able to step in. That's after the back screen, wide open. You see the push underneath with the body. Could have been a three-point play. But LaFrentz at the good back screen got Van Exel open. Watch the next time. It'll be LaFrentz. It'll be wide open if he sets that same type screen.
By the way, let me correct something I said in the open. I had forgotten that last year when the Knicks knocked off Miami in the playoffs, they were an 8 seed. So it's now happened twice. The Nuggets back in 94-95 when they beat Seattle, and of course the Knicks last year over Miami, though it seemed like everybody in the East last year was about a 4 seed.
New York went on to sweep this Atlanta team. Really what forced
James Posey in the game, guarding Ryder. McDyess working against Henderson. Henderson, good defense, and the rebound of Posey. Here's Van Exel, leading 4-on-4.
Gets the middle.
McDyess in deep, and flips it over Henderson. Boy, he's going to score about 98% of the time if he gets that kind of position. 6 points for McDyess.
Van Exel's got to do a better job when he hits the screen of not stopping. But Bowen's got to get out there sooner. You got a shooter, you got to get a hand up quicker. McDyess needs to take Mutombo off the dribble.
Here's the lob. McDyess takes that. Oh, beautiful feed from Nick Van Exel.
And the reason that the New York Knicks beat Atlanta, knocked them out of the playoffs. Watch that last play of McDyess. And watch Mutombo. He steps up too far. He's on his toes. McDyess just goes back door. Mutombo has a habit of bending over at the waist instead of bending at the knees.
Here's McDyess open for 15. That's a shot he generally buries. Nothing but the cords there. Antonio in double figures with 10. Timeout on the floor. So the Nuggets, after falling behind 10-zip, battled back down 5 with 2:42 to go in the first. And the steal by Roy Rogers. Good help defense there. Nuggets can take the lead. 1:15 to go in the opening quarter. Here's Van Exel penetrating. Nick all the way down the lane, up and in. Beautiful move by Van Exel. Denver by 2. I thought you were creating a new word.
Sluggo.
Good look for Posey. That doesn't go. The rebound of Bowen throws it up. Is that count? That's short. Count it. Oh, man. Posey followed it up. Bowen threw it toward the hoop.
Bowen didn't give up on it. Chases it out of bounds and just throwing it up there. The Bowen factor.
Bowen factor.
In full glory. Look at this. He didn't quit. He's just trying to get an extra shot up. And watch this. Posey there for the tip-in at the buzzer.
I saw him working on that play this morning at shoot-around. Wow, I lied. 33-32, the Hawks at the end of one.
Knees are bad. There's going to be a question with how long he's actually going to be effective because of the knees.
Van Exel back in there, drills his first jumper. Nick's having a big ball game. He's got 11. 11 points, 5 assists, 4 of 7 shooting for Nick the Quick. Here's clock. 5 minutes even to go in the first half. Atlanta's lone win came at home in their last outing against the Chicago Bulls. Nick Van Exel does that as well as anybody in the league. He can throw a shot up on a runner or a finger roll up to 12, 13 feet and he still drops through.
Yeah, I tell you what, Mutombo didn't know what he was going to do. He got into Mutombo's body before Mutombo could really jump, and Nick talking to him when he walks off to the side.
Dikembe chatting away. Nuggets within 1, 13 for Van Exel. He's got a little career to fall back on.
A lot of injuries last year for Henderson. Probably got a lot of experience just take care of himself.
On the money again, Nick the Quick. He's got 15 to lead Denver.
What?
The Friends setting a screen. Van Exel lets fly for 3. And a long rebound comes to LaFrance. 3:15 to go. Fresh shot clock for the Nuggets.
Mutombo should have been illegal.
McLeod layup and give an assist to Nick Van Exel.
Trying to get a pick and roll goal with McLeod. McLeod is just sealing Terry. And he overplays back door. See him kind of not use that leg. That left leg, he shot a right-handed layup but jumped off the right leg. And that left leg is bothering him right now. It's over. Nuggets really in this quarter slowed everything down and became a half-court team. And that's not their strength yet.
And neither team has shot it well here in the second quarter. Here's Mercer off the dribble, and he knocks it down. Ron Mercer. Screen and roll with Keon Clark. He rolled to the hoop. Van Exel elected not to lob it to him that time. Nick working up top now with LaFrance. He gives it to Rafe. Rafe goes up, layup good with his dominant hand. Another assist for Nick Van Exel. He's got 8. Steal, McLeod. Here's Van Exel. Stopping, leaning in. Nick off the glass.
Good pass by Van Exel, then hustle. Picking up the bad pass by the Atlanta Hawks. Saved it before it went out of bounds. And then finishes.
Antonio puts it on the floor. Back to Nick for three, 25 feet away. And the weak side board to McLeod.
Ryder flat-footed, standing underneath the basket.
15th offensive rebound of the game for Denver. Here's McLeod, quick release for three. That's his game. George McLeod rings the bell from deep.
Jackson really started off hot. He had only 8 points in the first half, but that first quarter, he had 8. So slow second quarter for him, but he's a scorer.
We'll see if they can run Atlanta out of the gym in the second half. Nuggets 4 of 13 from deep. Here's Mercer from 21. Splash!
And that's where Mercer is tough. He's coming around the little pick and roll, little give and go, if you will.
Maybe some of the fourth.
And Denver's got to get back to running. They're walking it up, getting confused. Shot clock under 10, and so someone goes one-on-one. This is how they lose all their games.
Three to shoot it. Now Mercer's got to force one up. Mercer all the way in, and he got the hoop, but again, it was not a good offensive set that time. Nuggets lead by 4.
High pick and roll should be a lob. Oh,
Keon could have turned around and thrown it down. He didn't realize it. Coles grabs Van Exel from behind.
And Keon right now is the question mark for the Denver Nuggets. If he comes out and plays and grows from last year, they're dangerous. They're much better. But I think he's playing right now with not a lot of confidence. Watch this lob. We saw it coming. Boom. He takes one move to the basket. Look, who's behind him? Nobody. But the first thing you teach people when they're learning how to play basketball, every time you catch the basket or the basketball, you face the basket. You know where the basket is. He does that. He has a dunk. He can dunk laying down. His arms are about 12
Gets in trouble. Nuggets have a break, 3 on 2. Van Exel right down the middle. Nick leaving it. LaFrance flushing it down. Another assist, gift wrapped from Nick the Quick. He's got 14 assists and 18 points in the game.
You can see almost a little affected by getting up and down the court. They're a little sluggish. They would be well served to start running this team.
Denver trying to run 3 on 3. The trail man is McLeod. Nick goes in, and he was fouled. Free throws coming for Nick Van Exel when we return. Timeout on the floor. Here's the lead, Van Exel. The Rafe LaFrance, 80-77, Denver leading. Thanks very much, Pete. Drew, back to you. All right, thanks very much. Pete Babcock, not only one of the nicest guys in this league, but also one of the most cerebral general managers. And he is one of those guys that before it was in vogue, he understood the salary cap and how to utilize the salary cap and maneuver with the salary cap. And before Clippers leading the NBA in blocks. Look at that, the Nuggets number 2. Who would have figured? James Posey, count it!
Boy, that's a nice quick back cut off the weak side, and Posey catching it, doing the 180 on the floor. Van Exel sees him. There's a back screen on the weak side. There's the foul right there. Strength enough to get it up. Posey.
Right with his first point, and the lead is 6 for Denver. Right about the 10-minute mark. Van Exel trying to take things over, give it up. Great feed. 15 assists in the game for Nick the Quick to go along with 20 points as Clark hammers it down. Crawford in trouble, knocked away. Bowen out of bounds off a Ryder Clark. Evidently it went off of Clark. Great hustle again by Ryan Bowen. And we have a timeout. 9:46 to go. 90-82 Nuggets.
He's got 2 bookshelves on the end of his arms. That's what he's got, big bookshelves. And if it gets there, a book rack, you get the ball lodged in there, he'll catch it. Other than that, it's bouncing off.
LaFrance, turn around, tough shot. And the Nuggets go up 9, 94-85. 27 years as a head coach for Lenny Wilkins, the last 7 in Atlanta. Here's the pass, Van Exel, and the layup is good. Rafe LaFrance squeezed inside and made the hoop.
Anderson's got to get better on the post defense to get me just slow getting down there.
Nuggets run 13 a moment ago.
Sorry, Drew. Denver got that big lead. They started running, started getting things going, attacking the glass. Now they're standing and watching. Got to run, break, don't hold it up.
A miss by Ryder. LaFrance trailing the play, got tossed to the floor. Nuggets need to end the drought here. They go to McDyess against Mutombo. Antonio's been on the bench for a while. Doesn't have a sweat going, but flushes the shot. That was huge.
Like to see when they throw it into the dice, Van Exel cut guys that are going to get fouled. LeBron Mercer shooting about 92% this year. Van Exel always a solid free throw, shooting 75 on the season.
Nick for three, huge. Nick Van Exel with a triple at the right time. Lenny Wilkins wants a 20-second timeout. Van Exel has been brilliant tonight. That's his first basket in the second half. He has scored from the free throw line, but his numbers tonight, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 18 assists.
And when Van Exel's assists are way up, this is what makes him such a threat. We know he's not afraid to shoot. He's on tonight. He keeps getting on. 34 in the last home game. But you don't mind Van Exel's shot attempts going up when those assists are right with it. When you get the 34 points and the 2 assists, he's not a big a threat. He had 34, 9, and 9 in that first win against Phoenix. Tonight with 23 points, he's got the 18 assists. That's fantastic.
Let's get a little more on Nick Van Exel. Here's Todd Lichty. TL?
Yeah, I talked to John Lucas over the weekend, and we were discussing Nick Van Exel, and he says he is one of the premier clutch shooters in the league right now. Anytime at the end of the game they want the ball in his hand, and you can see why. He just hit another one.
Because he's one of the few guys that really, truly wants the ball late in the game.
Taking offensive rebounds, take more time off the clock. Nuggets, this is a huge win. This is a big game, big-time win. It's round 2 for the Denver Nuggets.
Establish presence on your home floor. Great shot. That is the final dagger. 113-98. 14th, check it, 19th assist for Nick Van Exel. And here's Bowen. And Ryan will throw it down. That's a steal at the other end for Van Exel. He has been sensational, and so is the guy who finished the play.
And that should be his 20th assist. 1 dribble basket. 23 points, 20 assists for Nick Van Exel. And remember, this team, you pointed out, Drew, McDyess went down with the foul trouble. This team expanded the lead. Big win. Wow.
That could not have happened a year ago, but Rafe LaFrance is back. Ron Mercer is involved now. Ryan Bowen, and the Nuggets win going away. 115-100. And our Pizza Hut player of the game, Nick the Quick. Van Exel with a 23-point, 20-assist evening. A 20-20 game for Van Exel.
Tell you, just amazing. He did it outside, inside, penetrative dish. Consummate team player tonight. Like we said, you don't mind the shot attempts going up when those assists are going up right with them. What a huge game by Nick Van Exel. Huge game. McDyess played well, LaFrance played well, but we still had the Bowen factor, 7 points, 11 rebounds.
Yeah, he was terrific tonight. The Nuggets needed a win on their home floor against Atlanta. They got one, a comfortable one in the end. 115-100 is the final. For my partner, Scott Hastings.